Traders from around the world, what's going on? It's Ricky Cadden back again with another free Wednesday stock review from Real Life Trading Australia. Hope you guys have had a sensational, profitable week so far. I have a lot of stocks to review today, so let's dive right in and take a look at what's going on in the broader markets. Now, the SPY, guys, you can see what is really interesting right now is we are consolidating sideways for the last 6 days. Now, I'm not saying we can't go higher, but what I am saying is we are actually currently struggling to go higher. We're getting increasing volume as we are starting to drop, so we could be signifying a little bit of a pullback. Now, I have been mentioning in a lot of my reviews that September is generally a bearish month, and it is something that you should look out for, to look to either take profits and or possibly look to protect your assets on the downside, because we could possibly have a decent sized correction in the markets. So the SPY, guys, currently trading sideways. If we do start to take out this particular level, I do expect us to continue on lower. The E-minis, you can see here, we are still consolidating sideways. A lot of selling pressure up here at around 45.40. Big lots, this was, Big lots, Vinco Ventures, not big lots, BBIG. Now, I did actually send out this this bull call spread. It was a vertical bull call spread. Sent this out to all my real life traders yesterday, just before we had this 20% move based on this particular candle. Currently in a really gorgeous short squeeze right now. We are also we are triggered in this one at the 750 and 11 call strikes. So only really trying to capitalize on a little bit of this move, technically from about $3.50 from here to here. I do think that this one will pay very nicely. If we do miss the complete move, we could potentially go a lot higher. I'll be looking for a nice little reversal signal on BBIG to take this thing back down after the short squeeze has occurred. But great analysis, great stock pick. Fantastic volume, increasing volume as we're going higher and breaking out. And I mean, take a look at the 5-minute, guys. We really just started to launch in the afternoon as we came into the close. We started to skyrocket a little bit, and after hours, a little bit more of a continuation. So if you are watching BBIG, look for a continuation higher. We could potentially also take out $12 as well on this one. This week as well. Here's Tesla, another stock that did break out of a nice little consolidation, 4-day consolidation pattern. We almost almost opened above the highs of these three candles right here, which was a very bullish signal. You guys can see here on the 30-minute, we pretty much gapped almost above this resistance level right here, and we just kind of fizzled out for the rest of the day. But all in all, guys, straight back into a resistance level, finding resistance and starting to find some selling pressure yet again. So if you are looking to take Tesla bullish, just wait for the breakout and retest, and then look to buy the dip on a pullback. Although, given where the market's at right now, guys, I do expect Tesla probably to start to slow down, start to have a little bit more of a pullback, and we could probably get some back off the 200 simple moving average at some point in the near future. Here's Chewy, ticker symbol CHWY. Now, guys, this was a fantastic retest gap. We did have a gorgeous little double top action here. Sensational little retest. I did mention in the trading room that this would potentially go lower. All of our traders did get into a gorgeous little put sale down at $70, trying to pick up a few shares at a support level. If you take a look at the weekly chart, we're trying to basically catch some shares down here on this dip on a nice little pullback of about, close to 30%. Not too bad. Catching a 30% discount in about 3.5-4 weeks. So if we can do that, the option doesn't expire until October, so we'll wait and see how this one transpires. But all in all, really nice return on Chewy. Very nice continuation lower, and just look, we are currently getting some declining volume, guys. So as we come into support here at 73.69, just expect a little bit of a chop suey Chop City happening around here on Chewy. Here's Johnson & Johnson. Now, Johnson & Johnson, guys, a really interesting fact about this one is take a look at the 50-day EMA. What you'll notice is that we are starting to close a little bit lower than the 50-day EMA. Also, evening star reversal pattern, bearish. Close below strong key level of support, bearish, right? At a support level right now. However, if you take a look back in time now, obviously past results do not, do not mean that we'll get the same thing in the future. But what I will mention is that we are probably somewhere about here in the grand scheme of things with this particular candle. So I would expect possibly a little bit of a retest higher back into resistance, and then look for a little bit more of a rollover. I do expect this one to come back down to about the 100 simple moving average on a daily chart, which isn't too far away, around 169. And then from here, guys, I'll probably just look to buy the dip and slowly start to peel in. If we can close below the 100, guys, the next level support will be somewhere around 166, which will be roughly about the 200 simple moving average on a daily chart. Here is the ASX 200. Now the ASX 200, we did get a really nice resistance level once again, guys, back at the all-time highs. We are potentially creating somewhat of a double top action. You can see we are currently getting a little bit of decreasing volume as we were trying to go higher, guys. So what I do expect is a pullback. Shorter term moving averages, you can see here, we could potentially come back down to a support level. If we break this support level, guys, most likely we'll come back down to around the 100 simple moving average at least. But once again, it is coming to September, so we'll probably have some sort of pullback in the markets very, very soon. Here's ticker symbol EDV, good old Endeavour Group Limited. Now, EDV, you can see what is really interesting about this, guys, is we are having a pullback of roughly about, let's bring up my fib retracement tool, roughly about a 50% retracement. 50% retracement and trying to bounce. We are currently also coming back down to a really nice previous resistance level. So this is one you're going to want to watch, have on your watch list. We also did pull back from the all-time highs at about 12%-ish. So this one, guys, just expect a little bit of chop sideways. We could potentially go lower. I wouldn't be looking to buy just yet on Endeavour, but definitely keep your eyes peeled on this one. We could potentially come all the way back down to the lows, back down at $6 if we do have a market correction on Endeavour, but at that point it would be a nice little buying location. Here is a wow, Woolworths. Now I did mention this one back here was a selling location. I hope you guys did make some tons of money on this one, or at least when to go short. However you look to play this one bearish, you can see we did get a gorgeous little double top action, break down below support, retest as a resistance level at the neckline, and we're currently failing to go higher and breaking down lower. So this one, guys, if you take a look at the weekly chart as well, we could see a nice little flush back down to the 100 simple moving average. Me personally, that would be a nice little buying location if I was looking to buy, which is around 38.85. So probably about $1.10 away from where we are currently right now. But that would bring us pretty much between back down to the support level somewhere down here on Woolworths. Now BHP, guys, BHP, oh my goodness, the last 4 weeks we have pulled back close to 25%. Wow. Now BHP, I did mention that, you know, buy low, sell high. If you are a long-term investor, take a look at the weekly chart. This is absolutely stunning. Back down to a previous level of resistance. We are closing this gap and coming back down to the 100 simple moving average on a weekly chart. So guys, just remember, obviously you will want to wait for a little bit of a consolidation. We won't bounce straight away on BHP, but 25% pullback in 4 weeks. There is definitely some news that this, bit of bad news that this could potentially be a little bit bearish for a little bit longer. So look to buy the dip very, very soon on BHP when it does start to consolidate and find its lows. Here's PLS. Now PLS also struggling to go higher at this particular point. What's really interesting about this, guys, is this gap that happened just 3 days ago. We had a gap and go action, and you see the massive volume that came in on that day. A lot of people trapped, a lot of people trying to catch this dip, but on the shorter term moving averages, you can see we are slowly, surely, but creating some lower highs. So if you are in PLS, guys, pretty much if you bought last year, it's probably time to start locking in some gains. Just saying that, it could potentially go lower. How much lower? I wouldn't be looking at buying PLS until we got to roughly at least the 100 on a daily and or about $1.45, which is the previous all-time high levels on PLS. So keep that in mind. We could definitely go lower. If you are in bullish from last year, or even if you're in bullish back from May, fantastic gains. Look to lock it in, or at least have your stop losses in place, and just look to lock in them gains. Great move on PLS. Here is crude oil. Now crude oil consolidating at the 100 simple moving average, not really going anywhere at the moment. I do expect this one to go a little bit lower. Gold, massive flush at a resistance level once again, and probably going to come back down to a support level, create a nice little higher low, and then hopefully we look to bounce on gold. And last but not least, guys, here is the Aussie dollar, also coming back into a resistance level. Gorgeous little run up that we had the last three weeks or so, and currently trying to find support here at this consolidation phase, this nice little key level. Just expect a lot of chop, a lot of sideways action here on the Aussie dollar, guys, before we do start to go higher. But given that we have a nice little death cross happening here, I'm not going to be overly bullish on the Aussie dollar. Probably going to stay sideways for a little bit longer, and then look to go a little bit lower. Oh, last but not least, guys, let's take a look at the VIX. This is really important. The volatility index gapping up and starting to go a little bit bullish. So if you take a look at the SPY, it wasn't overly bearish, but the volatility index, there's a lot of fear coming into the market and a lot of puts being bought. So I do expect there to be a little bit more downside pressure on the broader markets. All right, team, I'll be back with another real live stock review on Friday. If you guys have any stock tickers you would like me to review, leave it in the comment section below, and I would happily review them for you. And remember to love life, live life, and trade it. You guys absolutely rock. Bye.